Me from Nigeria?
نعم.
Yes.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
May Allah reward you for everything.
And you as well.
I have a question.
Yes, Akhi.
Okay. My question is as regards the same fasting.
Listen to me from the phone. In regards to what?
Fasting.
Okay. What is it?
Yes. Fasting.
Yes, I hear you. What about fasting?
Okay. If somebody starts fasting Ramadan, for instance, in Nigeria, and that person travels on Umrah to Saudi Arabia during the fasting period of Ramadan,
Okay.
and then at the time he commences fasting here in Nigeria, probably there's difference at the commencement. And then probably difference of just 1 day at the commencement.
Okay.
Maybe Saudi started like today, the 1st of Ramadan, and then Nigeria did not commence on the same day, probably a day after.
Okay.
So while he was at Saudi, he finished the Umrah and the fasting came to an end, the Ramadan came to an end. And based on the counting that he has, he must have fasted 29 days instead of 30 days. Because back here in Nigeria, they were trying to fast 1 more day before the moon was sighted, and then the fasting came to an end. So now, how does he complete? Does he need to now pay back one fast? Or because he's in Saudi and he broke his fast in Saudi, that has taken care of it?
Okay. I will answer. Any more questions, Sami?
No, alhamdulillah.
Okay. I will answer you, Akhi. Barakallah feek. Brother Sami's question is usually asked frequently on this program, and that is, if a person begins fasting Ramadan in one country and then celebrates the Eid of al-Fitr in another country where their sighting of the moon is different to one another, what to do? The scholars say that the Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, as-sawmu yawma tasumun. The day of fasting is when all of you fast, that is in your country. وَالْفِطْرُ يَوْمَ تُفْطِرُونَ وَيَوْمُ فِطْرِكُمْ يَوْمَ تُفْطِرُونَ. And the day of your celebration of Eid al-Fitr, which is the end of Ramadan, is the day when you all celebrate in that particular country, in a second country or a third country, regardless. So you fast and you break your fast with the Muslims. So if you started with Nigeria, for example, who began a day after Saudi, and then you went to Saudi Arabia for Umrah or for a visit or for any other reason, and you went there at the end of Ramadan, and Eid was celebrated there, and you calculated the number of days you personally fasted, and you found out that it was 28 days, in this case, you must make up for 1 day. Because the day, or that is, let me rephrase that, because the month in the Islamic calendar cannot be less than 29. So for you, when you fast 28 days, this means that you have 1 day missing. You fast that day and make it up, that's it. Regardless whether Saudi fasted 29 days or 30, or whether Nigeria fasted 29 days or 30. For you as an individual, as long as you did not miss any days in between Ramadan beginning and end, and you traveled and you're fasting all the time, simply the calculation of sighting the moon made you miss 1 day. In this case, you make up for that day. Now, if you reverse this, if I fasted in Saudi Arabia a day earlier and then went to Nigeria, whether to Lagos or to Abuja, and they celebrated Eid when I was there, I calculate and I find myself have fasted 30 days or 31 days. This is okay. There's nothing wrong in that, inshallah. Asif from Saudi Arabia.